Niger Delta Coastline Vanguard, NDCV, writes President Tinubu as Ondo ex-militants leader. Job Omotuwa appeals to President Bola Tinubu to decentralize pipeline surveillance contracts in the Niger Delta region, emphasizes the need to consider a larger man for the job in the Ondo state coastline. Ondo ex-militants leader and president, Niger Delta Coastline Vanguard, NDCV, Job Omotuwa, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu on the need to decentralize the new surveillance contract award project to accommodate leaders of the ex-militants in Ondo, Ogun, and Lagos states to avoid imminent crisis in the region. Job Omotuwa made the appeal on Friday, October 20th, 2023, in a letter written to Tinubu and copied the Chief of Staff to the President, National Security Advisor, Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, and Director of State Security Services.
The government remember the promise they give us. We're ready to work with the federal government to deliver for the federal government.
Recall that the ex-militants of the mandate areas under Job Omotuwa accepted the offer, terms, and conditions of the federal government through the Ondo state government by keying into the disarmament and presidential amnesty exercise of ex-militants in 2017. They accordingly surrendered and handed down to the government arms and ammunitions of various degrees and purposes in the week-long disarmament exercise. However, they claim the federal government has failed in honoring its part of the agreement since November 2017 till date.
It affects us a lot because bunkering affects us when we have spillage. Because if you look at our terrain, the source of income of our people is for fishing. And in a situation where we have oil spillage in our river, all our effort in making our ends meet is to no avail.
Job Omotuwa insisted that governments at all levels have abandoned, neglected, relegated the ex-militants to a state of hopelessness following the disarmament. Job Omotuwa appeals to President Tinubu to decentralize the current pipeline surveillance contract to accommodate NDCV to cover Ondo, Ogun, and Lagos states' littoral corridor. He stressed that the NDCV has the capacity, the required intelligence, and human resources to collaborate with the federal government in the surveillance of pipelines and anti-bunkering activities in the area. He said the group had assisted the federal government with its selfless services under the platform of the NDSS to curtail activities of oil thieves in the past.
We are appealing to Mr. President to look critically the issue at stake. We are from Ondo State. We are feeling the brunt. We are directly affected by the oil exploration in Ondo State.